In this short video, I would like to show you the difference that I've seen straight away between GPT 3.5 and GPT-4. GPT 3.5 we've been using since the end of November. That is the foundation of ChatGPT. GPT-4 released this week, just yesterday in fact, and it can only be accessed at the moment if you pay for it. So if you're either subscribing through the OpenAI Playground or, in this case, through the ChatGPT Plus subscription, which is $20 per month. Now, I think as well as being able to access GPT-4, it also means you don't have to wait for hours sometimes to get into ChatGPT, because often, particularly when things like there are new releases, it just completely locks up because everybody's using it and it gets overloaded. So I'm just going to show you one thing. And what I've done is I've asked both 3.5 and 4 to summarize a description of existentialist philosophy. So I tried to choose something reasonably complicated as Socratic dialogue. Socratic dialogue is one of the foundational principles for philosophical inquiry, which is essentially Socrates answering a question and the student asking a question. It's a back and forward. So it's the student saying, I don't understand, and Socrates saying this, and questioning and querying and challenging the student. It's a back and forth dialogue. It's a really helpful way of teaching philosophy. So what I've asked it to do is I've asked it to summarize this article. And it's just a copy-pasted article from the internet. It's fairly long. It's reasonably complicated, not hugely, but it's more complicated than a middle school student, an 8th grade or year 7, 8, 9 sort of age student would be able to cope with probably. So what I've asked it is this. The prompt is, same prompt for both 3.5 and 4. You're an expert in writing clear Socratic dialogues from text to help explain complex topics to 8th grade students. I will input some text. You'll rewrite it as Socratic dialogue. Sure, happy to help. So I put this in. Okay, now this is how 3.5 answers the prompt. Let's have a Socratic dialogue about existentialism. Have you ever thought about the meaning of existence or question your purpose in life? Student, yes, I have. Well, if you have, then you have partaken in existentialist philosophy. Do you know what existentialism is? Not really. Do you know what existentialism is? Essentialism, no. Can you see it's, first of all, you notice the student, I'm not sure, yes, I think so, yes, I have. The student virtually says nothing, okay? But what you also notice, it says expert, and actually what's written is not very different from what's up here, okay? So it hasn't done a great deal to the text. But if you look at the difference, if I just switch over to the response with GPT-4, you can see at the top there, model GPT-4, the same prompt, the same text, but look at the difference. Here we go. Socrates, good day, young one. Immediately, it's more personal. I hear you've been pondering the meaning of existence and questioning your purpose in life. Student, yes, Socrates, I have. I'm curious about existentialism. How it might help me. Excellent. Can you see the difference? It's so interesting. It's like a proper conversation. It's taken the text, but it's actually created a proper Socratic dialogue. The students, so according to essentialism, I don't have to search for my purpose. Can you see it's actually the student properly participating, goes on and on and on. Wow, that's a lot of responsibility. Indeed, it can be. It's really interesting, the difference between the two. And I think this is where we'll see the real power of ChatGPT being unlocked, because now with GPT-4, we're actually getting almost a degree of proper intelligence being laid over text as we're analysing them. Absolutely fascinating.